It is bounded to the north by Niger Republic, that everybody is aware, but to us it's an opportunity because we are close to border corridor, and our borders are about three, but we have the major ones, the one in Jibia and the one in Kongolom. At the east by Jigawa and Kano states, by south is Kaduna State, and to our west, our neighbors, Zamfara State. According to Bureau of Public Statistics, we rank third in Nigeria. We rank third in Nigeria in terms of population. We have an estimated population of 11.5 million with growth rate of 3.87%. For investors, that presents market, because whom do you sell to? You sell to population, you sell to people, the consumers, and at the same time, you buy from them. Over 46% of our population are made of youth and ages between 19 and 59 years. That means our labor force, out of the 11.5, if you do a calculation, you'll find that we have a very productive and youthful population that you can employ at any time, and then even if you are producing, that will guide you what you produce too. 48.4 are under 19 years, and that's equally an opportunity because the growth rate, the youth moves, and 85% of Katsina people, 85% is our literacy rate. Those that are able to read and write. Read and write in this context is not just the Western education. Our people here read, communicate in Arabic alphabets, just like we write Hausa in the Western alphabets. So our people here communicate, writes letters, speaks speaks Arabic. And for those of us that don't even know Katsina, as of today we have astronomers inside Katsina that can tell you, can predict you, tomorrow is going to rain, or it's going to be shiny, or it's going to be that, just like what BBC are doing. And that is highest level of education and literacy. Our tropical tropical continental climate with high mean annual temperature of over 27% degree. Our weather varies according to the seasons of year, mostly cool and more in the morning and evening. It is hot. No, in the morning, mostly in the morning it is cool, and also in the evening, hot in the afternoon. It is chilly Hamatan. Weather lasts between November to February. This to guide how somebody will do his businesses. Rainy seasons mostly start around June to October. Our vegetation is Sudan savanna. We are mostly agrarian economy. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, Katsina is number one in cotton production. We have an annual production of about 558,824 metric tons annually. This statistics is by the Global Annual International whatever on. We are the second largest producer of soft sugarcane in Nigeria as at 2024. Katsina State ranked fifth in ease of doing business in Nigeria. We have an annual GDP of 8.25 billion ranging to 8.7 billion. Our state, of course, everybody knows that the state ranked first in micro, small, and medium enterprise development in Nigeria. That nobody can compete with that. We are major producers of legumes. For our foreign investors, logistics and transportation is very important. Katsina is connected by rail line. We have rail line that comes from Zaria to Kaduna and then runs through Zamfara State and terminates at Kauranga Model. For those investors that are interested to as well in that logistics, we can commence discussions on a PPP rail line from Puntua to Katsina if anybody is interested. The rail line connectivity also runs through Kano, Daura, Katsina, and is moving towards Maradi. And it has reached an advanced stage. And that will really improve logistics as well. Katsina has an excellent road network across the state with over 1,468 roads connecting over 201 semi-urban towns. I don't think there is a state, this is just a fact, I don't think there is a state in northern Nigeria that has connected roads across the nook and corner of its own state as in Katsina. No. Our airport is an international airport with a capacity of handling cargo operations. And we're open for discussions with anybody that is interested to do a cargo operations. For now, rendering domestic services. We're also open to have an aircraft maintenance, repairs, and overhaul. We have a space for that in Katsina for those investors that are ready to do such business. Part of our advantage is proximity to Niger Republic and linkages with other West African countries, of course, is not in doubt. We have two bodies that are vibrating in Katsina. Recently, the vice president came here to do a business clinic as an instance of the MSME Council that provide instant solution to entrepreneur challenges. We have a very strong and robust committee on ease of doing business chaired by His Excellency the Deputy Governor. The Ministry of Agriculture house over 40,000 cooperative societies. For those investors that are interested in doing either an all lending if it is financing or else if it is an outgrower scheme. We have 6 universities that produce several types of skills level. We have over 14 tertiary institutions, polytechnics, health technologies that produce competent labor force in Katsina. We have over 10 skills acquisition centers that trains youth with various skills. To cap it up, we have a Ministry of Higher Education and Vocational Training. We have also a Department of Employment Promotion under the Office of the Governor that can provide you with skills, with necessary information of the types of skills that we have, so you don't have to go here and there beginning to scout for skilled labor force. Even in the investment promotion website, we have information that guides investors on whom they want to pick. Our priority sectors, agriculture, industrial parks, and special economic zones, information, communication, and technology, power and energy, mineral resources, property development, hospitality and creative arts, transport and logistics. If you look at the slides there, it will give you our available cultivable land, 2.5 million hectares. We have over 800 hectares for cultivation. We have over 61 water bodies for irrigation with capacity of that much. But prominently, we have Sub-KGB, Gwegwaye, have a total of this capacity. We have We are a major collection center for cash crops, tomatoes, sugarcane, soybeans, cotton, groundnuts, and food crops such as maize, guinea corn, millet, and vegetables. We also have huge opportunity for setting up of large-scale agro-allied industries, sugar processing factory, rice, oil, and flour mill, textiles, dairy, meat processing, tannery, hatchery, and poultry production, etc., including sheep, goats, finished feedlots for meat processing. Katsina will even soon establish a research for development center on livestock, and that's another opportunity too. Look at the number of cattle that we have, over 2.7 million. We have sheep about 6.6, goats 7.1 million heads, and we have serious potential for commercial scale rabbit and catfish production. Of course, beefs, hide and skin, bones, calcium, gallstone, liver protein that is produced by this same rabbit. Now, should in case there are challenges on what to do, we have this to guide investors. What do you do with maize? We have provided there. It owns derivative products that you can see. Soybeans has its own derivative products. We have. Additionally, we have preliminary feasibility studies on this to guide anybody that is interested. For sorghum, we have provided what you can do with it: confectionery, malt extract, starch, and beverages. There is huge opportunity for those of us, because for those of us that are interested in having orchards, plantation estates. Establishment of large-scale fruit production, farms involving introduction of improved seeds, varieties of enhanced quality and standards, focus on citrus, mango, guava, cashew, papaya, pawpaw, and data farm. Let me even tell you a story now. Even if you didn't come to our office, if you meet our chief of staff who is representing the governor here, can take you through this. He is highly versatile in this. So we have a reservoir of knowledge, a residue in Katsina State. Value addition, processing and packaging factories. We have mentioned that tomato handling factories, cold chain bulk storage and preservation, processing, value addition and production of tomato puree. Oil extractions, industry focusing on moringa, neem, sesame, soybeans, and sunflower. Then on rice processing, we have that as well, fruit extraction, beverage and confectionery, dairy, meat processing and packaging industries. And then those that are interested in marketing and provision of agro-allied services, produce marketing and export services, manufacturing, procurement of agricultural machineries, equipment, tools, spares, then production, dealership of agri-inputs, and then linkages to technical service providers. Why we are putting this, especially this slide, is because of the number of farmers that we have and then the farming community across the states. Now, to give teeth to all this, you need a support for infrastructure, and the state is not living that and unattended. So we about almost 3 economic zones. The one that governor mentioned yesterday, that he is going to provide a solar energy of about 100 megawatts next year, inshallah. That is along GBA Road. This is the master plan. For those of you that are interested in partnering with us, being an investor or setting up a factory, there are housing estates here, every other thing that you can think, somebody can survive if this economic zone is finally established It has everything that you can think. You can live there even without coming out there. And it's going to be converted to export processing zone, such that whatever you produce in the export processing zone is exportable worldwide. Not only that, it has a different tax regime with incentives and other things. Even yesterday, governor was informing us that there will be what you call a single window at international language level. But then if you want, you can say one-stop shop in such a way that all the regulatory agencies, both of the federal and the state, will be warehoused there. Meaning that even if you are looking for a visa, you can obtain it there and then move out of the country if you want. Apart from this one, I have mentioned the cargo and the hangar business at the airport. And these are the image so that people can see that we are just not saying it overhead. We have already a proposed sites and facilities that if you are interested, we can commence discussion and negotiation. This is some of our dams that we will have mentioned. Zobe Dam, I have mentioned its capacity, and around it, you can organize irrigation. You can even establish whatever you want to establish there. There is water around there. It doesn't dry, it doesn't end. Malan Salis, think of this. I'm giving you an irresistible offer. We have also Jerry Dam at Danja, where they produce tomato. So for those of us that are into tomato value chain or any other crops that relates to that, especially on the irrigation value chain, we can commence discussion around this area. There is water, there are people, there are farmers there. You can do outgrower, you can go on your own and do it. We can do whatever arrangement that whoever is looking for it. The Kona Aredam is also there for some of you that are coming from Kano. That is a dam you see by your right, left-hand side. And if you are going out to Kano by your right-hand side, and we can have any type of arrangement if you want to do business. There is also the Dibran Dam. Dibran Dam is around Daura. Just before you enter Daura, there is a lot of irrigation activities there. And we have a space that we can extend it up to Dusi local government. Subk Dam is very large. We have also a space for those that are interested in partnering with us. There is this Ladanawa cattle farm that the government is established right now. It has done a lot of work. There are some investors that agreed to establish a research center there. And there are a lot of byproducts to this space too, for those of us that are interested in doing business in this direction. This is Songhai Farm. Songhai Farm is an integrated farm with several facilities, hostels, staff quarters, classrooms, hotel, and some other uh, micro cottage industries, fabrication, confectionaries, dairy. So for whoever is interested, we can have a discussion and then we can organize a trip for you to go and see in that place. It's under the Ministry of Agriculture too. Honorable Commissioner of Land, this is your area that you have earmarked for Eastern Bypass Development. It's a very huge area. And that's where the government is focusing. We have done a ring road in that area. And I think triple A's, that's what you are interested in this. A lot of hotel businesses, housing estates. We have even an industrial park there too, a special agro-allied processing zone in that space as well. So obviously that place is where the government is focused on, including markets development too. Market development for those that are into the market development, property developers especially. This is our Katsina Central Market. We're also open up for discussions for either lease or whatever any investors is there. It has an annual return of about 200 to 300 million naira. Dubai market is also an is also available for discussions. It is on the current ring road that goes from the government house down to where you can connect your way to Jibia around the army barrack. And it is now very close to the rail line station that will soon be commissioned by the president. It is the rail line station that starts from Kano down to Jigawa State to Daura to Katsina, and that's the station there. And it is a well-established market. So for those that are interested in PPP, we can we are open for discussion on that as well. Digital infrastructure in Katsina is another opportunity, gentlemen. The fiber broadband expansion, we are interested in deploying up to 3,000 kilometers of additional fiber by 2027, focusing on urban hubs, Katsina City, Funtua, Daura, economic cross-border trade corridors, OS data center and cloud developing a tier 4 data center and the state government cloud. Now, technology economy pre-zone, establishing a Katsina Tech Bile. I think the Director General on ICT will have his time and he will do more of presentation here. But I know that we have these incentives around it. I think there is somebody that has come for this discussion, Mr. Olu. I don't know whether he's in this hall. We have zero right of way charges. Kazakhstan State has waived all right of way charges and annual renewal fees drastically, lowering infrastructure development costs. We are fast tracking approvals. We have a dispute resolution mechanism. We have, in fact, started engaging uh, security, our stakeholder. We have already mapped our stakeholders and we have started doing capacity building for them to ensure safety of their investments since it's going to be deployed across the states. And we know how people normally vandalize assets. Out of it, equally, we have anchor tenancy potential. The government offers potential anchor tenancy agreements with the state institution to guarantee initial revenue streams, which is very important. And additionally, on this, programmer has slated for a broadband expansion network in the country. There are only 8 states in Nigeria that have been selected, and Katsina State is number 1 on the list. That is not in doubt. And we are the only one in the northwest that have been selected. In the northeast is Borno, in the north central Nasarawa, in the the southwest Ogun, south Cross Rivers, and southeast Enugu and Imo. Solid minerals in Katsina. For those of you that will go, we have a small exhibition center there. We have a booklet, and we have provided a barcode on it. If you scan the barcode, all that what we have in Katsina opportunities in greater details than this presentation. You can just scan and take everything. It is there. If you go through it, there is a book that we have in detail explain the derivatives of each each mineral resource that we have in Katsina, including the location. Kaolin is found in Kankara, Ingawa, Dusama, Safana, Coal. Deposits alone is estimated at about 3,400 tons of hard kaolin. And what you can do with it is also being explained there. The derivatives, the paint, the every other thing. Some people don't believe that we have gold, but we have gold. It's available within the Sitges belt in the western part of the state. Though both quantity and quality are yet to be fully ascertained, but the CAMCO are doing a lot of jobs now around pre-feasibility studies, around incentives too as well, how to organize the artisanal uh, miners. And equally, we have provided the usage, the factory, the derivatives, how you can set it, including step-by-step of how to go about obtaining the mining license in this country. Talc is another minerals that we have. Good quantities have been identified in Katsina and Ingawa areas. Talc is widely used in paint. Precious stones such as diamond, tourmaline, and space are mined by artisanal miners in Kapur, Tanja, Jibe, Basari, Paskari, and many locations in the state. Anywhere you see artisanal farmers are, then certainly you have uh, a lot of potential in that space. Granite is normal. Everybody knows that we have a lot of granite found in local governments, except in Daura and Zango, and can be used to set up a granite cutting and polishing industry. We have one factory in Katsina that process such thing, so we need more. For those of us that are in property development, this will assist you. I have mentioned that earlier. Good network approach, especially the state capital that has been complemented with 40-kilometer ring road, and now we are complementing more, and we have opened up the states entirely for this. Now, what next, gentlemen? Where there are people, of course, banking services, including the fintech services. I have earlier on said that we have over 11.1 million population, and that is huge opportunity. Now, if you go to Daura zone, in Daura zone we have 12 local government. Commercial banks only exist in 2 local governments, Daura and Kankia. The rest of 9 local government, you have micro banks, but microfinance bank, but fintech financial services could provide somebody with huge investment opportunities. It trickles 500, 200, 1,000, 4,000, but on daily basis, you make a lot of money on that. So gentlemen, where do you source or sell your products? In Katsina, we have over 10 mega markets and other medium and smaller ones. My Adwa market is huge, and it's a border market. Jibe market is unprecedented. It's a border market. Mashi is not a border market, but it is also a border market because Mashi local government also border Niger Republic. You can move out there from uh, the local government. When you go to the hinterland, Basari is a very big market. All these markets are the ones providing the famous Dawano market. If we collect them, we aggregate them, we are bigger than Dawano market. That is no doubt about it. So investors, it's an opportunity for you to come and see us and sit down and discuss with us to do a better business that will your prosperity and our prosperity. When you go down to the south, Apur is very huge. Bakori, these are all friends market. Bakori, Paskari, Dandume, Danja.